The exact location of 111 calls will now be immediately available to emergency services, a move they hope could help save lives. The changes are due to new technology. But is this opening the gate to further information sharing? Joining us this morning is tech expert Paul Spain. G'day, Paul.
Good morning, Hilary.
Can you please just explain how this would work? Keeping in mind that 80% of emergency calls are now made on mobile phones. So this is only going to happen through mobile phones. Anyone on a landline, this does not apply. Okay, so let's talk about how it works.
So there's two layers to this. In the first instance, any phone you call from now, your telco will forward through to emergency services the cell site location that you're calling from. So that's a broad radius. It's not very super specific, but it's handy if someone's maybe lost in the bush, that type of scenario.
Okay, does this happen automatically?
So
if I dial 111 on my Apple phone,
any phone that will
it
work.
says, oh, this is an emergency call, we will pass that information on.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Now there's another layer, which is where the new technology has been developed locally, draws on capabilities that are within Google phones, that when you dial an emergency number, it will share as much location information as it has. So if they've got a GPS fix in your phone, it knows exactly where you are, that will be shared. If you may be inside a big building like a mall, then it will do its best based on Wi-Fi points nearby and other information.
Okay, for people who don't know, what's a Google phone?
So any smartphone that runs Android, which is every Samsung smartphone and lots of others, but it doesn't include the iPhone.
The iPhone, okay, so that's outside of this. So how close can they kind of pinpoint you?
Well, sometimes within a couple of metres, so
wow.
It can be very accurate. If you're outside, then you've got a reasonably good chance. It's when you're inside, or you're in a tunnel, something like that, then there's going to be a little bit of a challenge. The stats I've seen so far suggest that it's not the majority of calls yet that are giving that pinpoint location, so it's still really important for people calling emergency services to share their address.
Okay, so this isn't going to replace that, because we still really need to know, for safety's sake, where we are.
Yeah, over time I think that confidence will get up. When Apple come on board, we'll get to a point where that information is very accurate. But for now, I think callers can't assume that emergency services have that.
Okay, so a lot of us have iPhones. How long until the Apple phone will be able to do this?
I've asked Apple, and for a little bit more detail, they haven't given me any information about that. They've highlighted, look, we've got some smart capabilities in your phone for reaching emergency services, but that's not something they've highlighted as a capability. I imagine it can't be too far away, though, right? They don't want to have users of their phones being more at risk than others.
No, too right. Let's talk about privacy concerns. Do you think people have reason to be worried about information sharing?
I don't think so. They've got it fairly locked down. So this only happens when you're calling emergency services, that your location gets shared in this way. It goes straight through. I mean, for me, if I'm calling emergency services, I probably want all the information to them as quick as possible. And if it's a really dire situation, that could be something that saves a life by getting that information through quickly. So I think the trade-off is well worth it.
Paul Spain, thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks, Hilary.